Written by Friendly Stranger. When age fell upon the world and wonder went out of the minds of men, from the gift of sentience to the final curtain call, there are dreams. Worlds shrouded deep beneath the veil of the human psyche. I often wonder if the majority of mankind ever pause and react to the very wonders that wander between the gaps in our mind. My name is Dr. Gilman. I've been an neurologist for 37 years. I was hired by the Academy to study and record brain patterns to be used for cancer research. Oftentimes, my studies required the participants to be asleep in order to receive adequate results, causing the use of melatonin supplements to be extremely common throughout my tests. I had 17 volunteers supplied by the university to call upon whenever new data was required to progress research. The volunteer board was made up of college students who were promised a free semester once testing was finished. This led to a level of dedication that I have yet to be seen replicated by any other of my patients. Being the sole member of the research team, I had the pleasure of interacting with the majority of volunteers personally. I had even grown a friendly correspondence with some of them, which is why I began to grow concerned over time. It's no secret that the use of melatonin supplements for extended periods of time results in outlandish and disconnected dreams. But the level of fully lucid, hyper-imaginative dreams was significantly more than anything I've seen throughout my career. My volunteers would return to me and speak of a thick, wooded forest and a large ivory gate hidden deep within their dream cycles, a scarlet flame and the hidden truth locked within their very soul. I pitied the overworked college students, and after some bickering with the higher-ups was able to provide all volunteers with optional sleep therapy to improve their mental health. I figured Yale University was a stressful environment, and sometimes that stress could bleed out into one's subconscious thoughts. That was before I started having the dreams myself. On the first snowfall of December, I lie down on my bed, ready for sleep to envelop me. Instead of the familiar blanket of darkness, I was greeted by a frigid and dark valley. I was fully conscious, able to exercise deep thought and complex motor skills, a very uncommon phenomenon within dreams. I look onwards towards the horizon. An illuminated stone path lay beyond the hill. The cobblestone path leads to a strange and alien forest, trees of bright cyan and grass bleeding red. Even further beyond, I can see distant shapes. Two large spikes towered over the realm to form a large arc. The spikes seemed to be made out of silky white bone and resembled the interlocked horns of a stag. I woke to the sound of my beating heart and pulsing mind. The temptation to return to such a distant land overtook me, and I found myself stealing melatonin supplies from the university lab. The feeling of unfamiliarity and awe is addictive. I soon returned to the dream world in search of something I did not know. Much like Orpheus descending into the underworld, I traveled to the land of dreams to plunder that which I could not name. Each night I drew closer to the stag door. I traveled through the alien forests and have seen wonders of the hidden world. Strange creatures wandered through the flattened landscape, their body structures seemingly defying the laws of biology through their mere existence. They stood on two legs to a height of 9 feet tall. Their backs were heavily slouched over, similar to an old man without his cane. They lacked any sort of arms or appendages, and instead operated on two razor-sharp teeth protruding out of their monstrous gums. They had 2 eyes similar to that of a house cat, the kind of eyes that display cunning and lack of empathy to all unfortunate viewers. The day I reached the stag door was the point of no return. The strange stag antlers, as I had begun to call them, were lightly carved with all sorts of runes and depictions. Images of many-faced beings and titanic beasts were neatly imprinted on the antlers from top to bottom. I could feel the strings of reality unravel when approaching the space between the antlers. The air shimmered with a sense of uneasiness. I am not supposed to be here. Pain, a red jolt originating from 2 holes in my leg. I was bitten by one of the creatures. It looked at me with its stalking, inhuman eyes and began to shamble closer. The beast was mere inches away from my face before I woke up, lying on the floor, covered in blood. I stumbled through my darkened hallway and into the bathroom. 2 holes on my upper calf, about 3 inches deep each. I believe that was the night I lost my sanity. I ceased all contact with the outside world and huddled in my dingy apartment for weeks. My final visit to the university was bitter and quick. I knew I needed something stronger than melatonin, so I stole 900 grams of peyote, prednisone, and several SSRI medications. There was truth to the words of my patients. The stag, the ivory gate, the wooded plains. They were all based in reality, sealed off from the precipice of consciousness. To reach my goal, I would need to cross the ivory gate and reach what lies beyond. My final night within the world of dreams was the 5th of January, 1943. Just like the first night, fragile flakes of snow were brushing against my window. I had assembled 240 grams of peyote, 10 pills of SSRI, and plenty of prednisone if needed. I had calculated these drugs will give me 37 hours of forced sleep, the perfect amount of time to reach the other side of the gate. I walked the memorized cobblestone path as it snaked through the blue and red woods. I walked amongst the beasts as they grazed amongst the crimson fauna. They seemed indifferent to my approach, almost friendly. I reached out my hand to touch the bristly fur covering the beast's back. The creature turned to me, but this time its approach was different. It looked at me with a gaze of pity and sadness, almost as if it knew something I didn't. I carried on further towards the ivory gate. I stand once again on the precipice of the gate. The air ripples and shines as I grow closer to the point of no return. The shimmering, the creatures, the blues and reds, it all makes sense. This is my place in the universe. I must advance. I close my eyes and bow my head. A final goodbye to the world I once knew. I crossed through the ivory gates. I stare into the abyssal void swirling in my subconscious. I see them, angels. Sunken, featureless faces resembling blackened leather. Silky, vibrant wings draped over the shining sun and shadowing any glimpses of light. Fingerless hands stretching out with purpose, grasping at my very soul. The creatures float in sync to the tune of maddening drums. They bless me with their all-encompassing visage. They are a page out of the untold grimoires of the human mind, the Necronomicon, the Golden Bough.
Son of Adam, we beseech thee. I am but a messenger. I hold no mind or soul, but I am here to carry a message. To return to God is to return to oneself. You must re-enter Edenic ground and return to the smooth beginnings of the womb. For humanity is young. We are ancient. We are all. We beseech thee, son of Adam. We beseech thee.
A single short gasp. An angel, as described in the decrypted stories of Genesis. I feel as though I am missing a piece of myself, as if I had once been something holy and regal, yet have been severed. Is it truly my fault? It was the sins of my forefathers, not me. Through my penance, I can feel it. God is around me. I can feel his love reaching out to me from beyond the stars. I walk to the window and see them, distorted creatures from the plains beyond. Have I truly gone mad? Is this simply an illusion of the mind? Or is this something much greater? The pieces of the universe have fallen into my lap, and I am closer than ever to solving the ultimate truth. The creatures advance. Impossibly large appendages wrap into the very fabric of the universe. Thinning and thickening, they change their form with a sickly crunch. Eyes everywhere. Eyes on the ceiling, eyes on the creature, eyes in my brain. For I am now vacuous, my knowledge vast and endless. I have drank the forbidden chalice of knowledge, and now reunite with my lost kin Adam. God, I am coming, and I know the hidden truths. I will ascend. Pills. I need more of them. I need more to ascend. In order to reach a higher state of mind, pain must be taken. I hold my needle and twine and begin the artistry. One hole in the eyelid, one hole in the nose, one hole in the eye. The tightening of golden twine pulls my features together as my vision begins to blur and my mind begins to collapse. I plunge the needle into my eardrum, deafening myself in order to heighten my mind's eye. The creatures advance. They sense me reaching out. They know I can see them. The eyes are spinning. I can see more of them in the woods beyond. They've come to take me away. I will not let them do to me what they've done to him so many years ago. The ritual must be complete. I must ascend. I need more pain. I need more pills. I can feel him scraping his way into my mind. Visions of unsightly beasts, the fertile mother, the yellow beings, all flashing within my mind's eye. I was not made to see this. I can feel my mind shatter. This isn't natural. He is here now. A dark presence has entered my room. I can feel him from the lengthening shadows. My Lord is here. I grab my ritual garb and prepare for the sacrifice. The time is now. The paradigm of the Lord is shining greater than ever. Turn over your hearts, friends. Observe the dream world and discover the eldritch truth within us all. My time has come. Join me in arms, brothers.
Esteemed Dr. Gilman was reported missing after failing to show up to his work for several weeks without call. Authorities traveled to his apartment to check up on him, only to find a disturbing sight. The doctor was found dead on the floor, surrounded by piles of pills and other illicit drugs. Police speculate he overdosed after consuming an inhuman amount of sleep medication. Rumors of scratch marks on the wall and large piles of ooze and blood in the apartment have been circulating around town. When asked about these rumors, police simply ignore the question. We can only hope Dr. Gilman may find peace in the afterlife.
Thank you for listening. You can probably handle another horror story, right?